Hey guys, welcome back to Tip Tuesday. My name is Matthew Sturkey with Stone Mill Log and Timber Homes. Thanks for joining us this week. We're going to talk about something that I came up with the idea from a message from a client in Virginia today who used some oak material off of his property to make some railing material for the interior of his staircase. And so it got me thinking about all the times that I've talked to clients about how to utilize material on their building site that they take down during the construction or the clearing process. And what do they do with that material? Well, certainly there are things that you can use that material for. If you're clearing trees and you've got some nice oaks or cedars that you want to utilize into the house, that is something that you can do. However, it's not something that you'll do from a structural standpoint. It's something that you'll do more from a decorative standpoint with timber accents. So I want to showcase a few projects where the client used some material off the property from a barn or from some trees that were cleared. The picture that you see here is some antique barn siding that came out of a barn that was on the property of this client in Missouri, and he used it for interior wall finish. He actually had it planed to a consistent thickness, and then he used it for the interior finish of this gable end in a bedroom. So interior wall finish is a great option if you've got an old barn and you've got some material that is salvageable that you can use on the interior of the house. Obviously something that is in good condition, something that you run through a planer molder to size up so that you get everything consistent is one way to utilize that material. The next one, he took a beam out of this old barn that was torn down off the property and actually used it for an antique beam light fixture, which is a great decorative touch on the inside of the house. Is an incredible architectural detail and just a really clever way to utilize that material for the inside of the home. And this is what gives your home the character. And these are conversation pieces as well that you can talk to guests about. Hey, where did that come from? Well, that came off the property. That came from a tree that we cut down or from a barn that we had torn down off the property. So just a lot of good ideas. The next one is a mantle, an antique mantle that he used from, again, an old barn that he tore down. He used the corbels holding up the mantle, and then the mantle is a conversation piece, and it is a focal point and a focal piece on the inside of the house in this fireplace. Another option is if you've got some cedar trees. This particular client here locally cut some cedars off the property and used a couple of cedar trees for a mantle. He used a decorative cedar tree to cover a transition area going from the floor up to the bottom of the ceiling, which was a nice piece, a nice decorative piece. And as you can see, these pieces are all used in aesthetic, cosmetic applications. They're not used in structural applications. You can't use these timbers in structural applications unless they are graded. So you want to make sure that if you are cutting material off the property, that you cut it early enough, you let it dry and season so that you're not putting something into the home that has just been cut down off the property and put into the home with a lot of moisture content, because it will acclimate too quickly if that is the case. So same client here used cedar material, basically took that tree, ran it on a bandsaw and cut it into smaller pieces, like 3/4 inch pieces, and then ran it through a planer molder to size it down so it was consistent from one side to the other, and then used it as interior wall finish. So if you have some trees on the property, let's say you have some oaks or some cedars and you want to use that material for interior wall treatment, you can take that material to a sawmill and they can cut it up for you, or there are places that have band saws or even places that have portable bandsaws that will come out to your property and take those trees, put them up on their portable bandsaw and rip them into 3/4 or 7/8 or a true 1 inch if you want something a little bit thicker, and then you can run them through a planer molder to make sure that they're sized properly and consistent from one side to the other. And then you want to stack them, you want to air stick them, you want to put them in somewhere covered and let them dry out for a period of time. The longer the better that you can let them dry, the better. And then you'll be ready to use them on the inside of the house for these, cosmetic finishes. Another option is to utilize material off the property for furniture. This piece right here and this bench over here was all made from material that came off the property. So making furniture is a great way to do it. And then this is the picture that kind of inspired today's Tip Tuesday from a client up in Virginia who said, hey, check out the oak material that I used from a tree I cut down on the property during the clearing process. And it was just too nice and too straight and too good to not utilize it in the home. And he used it for this rail material that basically covers the overlook going down to his lower level. So just a great feature. You can use material from the property if it's dried and seasoned for interior rail material, wall finish, mantles, corbels. The next one that you'll see is a decorative piece that is used. It's the base of a tree that was used as the base of a sink. And he drilled through the bottom, drilled the plumbing through the middle of it. And so he's got an open area instead of an enclosed cabinet. He's got an open area, and he's got this sink base that just adds such a nice decorative detail and a conversation piece for people to see. So these are the little touches that just make a house a home. It makes it unique to each and every one of our clients. And so be thinking about some of those things. If you are going to be taking some trees down, what can you utilize that material for within the home? Again, not utilizing it structurally, but utilizing it from a decorative standpoint for timber accents. And these are the little pieces that just make a home so unique and more customized specifically for you and your taste and preferences. So hopefully this has been helpful. Thanks again to our clients who send us these pictures that help inspire some of these Tip Tuesdays. Please continue to send us more pictures in the future. Let us know if you have any other ideas about Tip Tuesdays or anything that you want to learn about along the way. I'm happy to incorporate that in. Thanks for joining us. As always, please stay safe and healthy. Enjoy this beautiful weather and take care. And we look forward to you joining us for more Tip Tuesday next week. Take care.